The Tour de France 2019. It is the 13th stage, the individual time trial. A rising star, Wout van Aert, appears on the horizon. Tension is high. Can he still win the race or not? As he fights to set the fastest time, suddenly this happens. Wout van Aert crashes into a barrier. The cycling season was immediately over, and his career was seriously threatened. The injury was huge. Can someone recover from such a serious injury and return to the highest level? Three-time world champion in cyclocross, multiple times Belgian champion in different disciplines like cyclocross, road and time trial, the Strade Bianche, Milan-San Remo, the green jersey, and 9-stage wins in the Tour de France. An impressive list. Would you believe that Wout van Aert might just be the unluckiest cyclist on the planet? Despite his exceptional achievements and enormous talent, Wout van Aert has an even longer list filled with moments of bad luck in his career. Could he have won more? Could he have been a world champion or Olympic champion already? So let's go through the most unlucky moments in his career. Let's start in his youth. Wout van Aert grows up in cyclocross with his eternal rival Mathieu van der Poel beside him. Throughout his youth, he has to settle for second places behind Van der Poel, the prodigy, the Flying Dutchman. It's only when he reaches the professional ranks that Wout van Aert blossoms into a true champion, defeating his eternal rival several times. Cyclocross is a sport where luck plays a role, but it seems that Van Aert experiences just a bit more than his competitors. In his very first participation in the Cyclocross World Championship, he has chain problems twice. In 2016, Van der Poel's foot gets caught in Van Aert's wheel. Miraculously, Van Aert still manages to win the race. During the 2021 World Championship in Belgium, all eyes are on Wout van Aert. Can he become world champion again in his own country, as he did previously in Heusden-Zolder 2016? However, the race is once again decided by mechanical issues to Wout van Aert's disadvantage. At a crucial moment, he had a flat tire, and then in the next sandbank he struggled, created a big gap and never managed to get back to the front. In 2019, Wout van Aert fully breaks through as a road cyclist. He shows his class in Paris-Roubaix, but due to multiple mechanical problems and a crash, he falls just short in the finale. Later that year, Wout van Aert experiences the well-known drama in the Tour de France. In the time trial, he gets caught behind a barrier, and his season is ruined. The injury is severe, and no one knew at that moment if he could ever reach the professional level again. The COVID-19 period also had an impact on his career. Paris-Roubaix 2020 was cancelled, a missed opportunity, especially because this might be the race that suits him best and the one he would love to win the most. In 2022, everyone predicts that Wout van Aert will win the Tour of Flanders. He has plenty of experience, and it should finally work out. But then, a week before the race, it's announced that he won't be able to participate due to illness. Once again, COVID throws a spanner in the works. Paris-Roubaix 2023, everything seems fine. Wout van Aert is riding in a winning position and looks strong. With 16 kilometers to go, he attacks, and it seems like no one can follow. Will he solo to victory? But suddenly, he is caught by Van der Poel, and a few seconds later we see on another camera angle what the reason is. Yes, you can guess it, a flat tire sets him back. He has never been closer to a victory here than now. What if he hadn't had a flat tire? In the winter of 2023, Wout van Aert decides to change everything and organize a different preparation in the hope of finally winning one of those two major cobbled classics in the spring of 2024. He skips the Cyclocross World Championship to focus on the important moments of road cycling. No Italian classics either. He thinks he can peak for those two magical weeks by choosing selectively. To get some race rhythm, Wout van Aert decides to ride some semi-classics in Belgium. But then suddenly disaster strikes again. He crashes in Dwars-door-Vlaanderen and breaks his collarbone and 7 ribs. The Spring Classics season is a complete washout. Coming second, just a breath away from victory. It happens to Wout van Aert quite often in cyclocross behind Mathieu van der Poel, but it also seems to haunt him on the road. He has already finished second more than 40 times in cycling races and 12 times in major championships. The two great rivals of cyclocross have now become top riders on the road as well. But the eternal rival, Mathieu van der Poel, again pushes Van Aert into second place in the Tour of Flanders 2020. Although Wout van Aert is considered the better sprinter, he waits just a bit too long and barely can't pass the Flying Dutchman, who wins in the sprint. This situation almost exactly repeats a few years later during the Cyclocross World Championship in 2023. In 2021, he also finished second in the time trial, after Filippo Ganna in the World Championship, and on the road race at the Tokyo Olympics, after Richard Carapaz. In 2023, at the European Championship, after Christophe Laporte, his teammate, and at the World Championship in Glasgow that year after Mathieu van der Poel. Wout van Aert's hunger for victory even leads him to the Gravel World Championship he participated in 2023. And yes, here too, he was prevented from winning by bad luck. The unfortunate Belgian made a remarkable discovery. From the data of his bike computer, it turned out that Van Aert covered the course faster than the winner, Matej Mohoric. But due to multiple mechanical problems and a crash, he stood still several times along the course. Despite his impressive palmares and recognized talent, he could have had more results if he had a bit less bad luck over the years. Do you think he can still fill the gaps in his palmares? Will he become world champion or Olympic champion after all? And can he still win his dream races, the Tour of Flanders and Paris-Roubaix? We certainly hope so. More interested in explainer videos? Check out some of our other videos on sports and let us know what topic you'd like next.